Hi Josie fam, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So this is going to be a travel vlog again, and today I'm going to be traveling from London to Accra. So let's get into this video. So we left the house early because we wanted to beat the traffic, and it was 6 o'clock in the morning, but it was still quite dark. And at the time we were leaving, it was getting really cold, and so we needed to get back home as soon as possible and as fast as possible because the cold was getting serious, man. It was so cold. So we left the house early, and so it was quite dark. And when it's getting to the winter seasons, it looks like the nights are longer, and so as at 6 it was still dark compared to Ghana, where it's going to be bright by 6. And so this is also something that is quite strange. Anyways, the journey was about 30 minutes from North London to Heathrow Airport, and so I enjoyed the journey. The driver was very kind and nice to us, and so we had a good conversation with him on our way to the airport. And I usually don't like sleeping. I find it difficult sleeping when I need to do something very early in the morning, especially travel, or when I have an appointment or something like that. I find it difficult sleeping, and so I didn't really have a good night's sleep, about an hour or two of sleep before we woke up and had to head to the airport. And so I knew I was going to sleep in the plane, and unfortunately our flight was delayed from London to Amsterdam because we used KLM, and so we needed to transit through Amsterdam. So about 30 minutes into the flight, we got to Heathrow, and as you can see, the signage welcoming us to Heathrow. Heathrow is quite huge, and it's a beautiful airport. And so we drove through this tunnel, and it took us about an extra 3 to 4 minutes before we got to the departure car park, where we had to offload our luggage and get into the airport. So because we were traveling during the pandemic, we had to do a COVID test within 72 hours prior to our travel from London to Accra. And so we filled a health form online and also paid for our COVID test on arrival in Ghana. When we got to Ghana, we had to do a COVID test on the spot and receive our results on the spot as well. And so by the time we got our luggages, our COVID tests were ready, and we needed to show that, and before we were allowed to get out of the airport. And so if you are traveling to Ghana, you need to consider that when you arrive, you need to have patience and go through the procedure before you are allowed to get out of the airport. And of course, you need to show your proof of a negative COVID test before you even arrive in Ghana. So we finally arrived at Heathrow Terminal 3, and so we got into the airport. We arrived quite early, and so we needed to wait for a while before we could finally go ahead and check in our luggages. We had already checked in online, but we needed to check in our luggages and also get our boarding pass. So hi there once again. So we are here at the waiting area, waiting to finally check in our luggages before we can go through the duty free and also go to our boarding gates. And so we finally were able to go through the process after a long while and a long wait in the queue. So finally, after going through the security, we had to go and find our gate. Our flight was delayed, and so we were able to go through the shops. And so here is the duty-free section of the Terminal 3 airport at the Heathrow Airport in London. So it was now finally time to board, and so we went through the checks and we're finally ready to board and head from London Heathrow to Amsterdam. So I was traveling with my husband, and we were excited to get back home after about a month in London, and so it was now time to say goodbye to London. So I like the window seat because I like to see what's going on outside. And so it began to rain, and we were still waiting to take off. And at this time it was about 11, around 10:30, 11 in the morning. So if you have come this far in this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Hit that like button if you enjoy watching this video, and also subscribe to my channel. My channel is all about makeup tutorials, beauty, and more. I'm still exploring, and so let me know what you think, what you like to see from me. Just leave a comment down in the comment section below, and I'll be excited to share more content with you. And I'm excited to go back to Ghana because it's getting to December and it's so much fun in Ghana. And so I also like to, go back home because it's kind of a peak season for me. People are having programs here and there, and as a makeup artist and a nail tech, it's going to be quite busy for me, and so I need to go back to work. And so the vacation is over. I've had enough rest and so I need to go back to work. So now let's fly over London and enjoy the sights and the view from the top. So not long into the flight, we got to Amsterdam, and it took us about 1.5 hours to get to Amsterdam from London. And so here is Amsterdam for you. Enjoy. So we finally got to Schiphol Airport, and we were looking for our gate now. And so as we headed to the gate, we were able to see these beautiful shops in the duty-free area as well. And as you can see, the Christmas lights were going on. I love the decor, and absolutely beautiful. Enjoy. So as we got to our boarding gate, we realized the flight was delayed, and so we were supposed to board around 1 o'clock, but we were told the time had changed. It changed twice, and so we finally boarded around 5 o'clock in the evening. And so instead of getting to Ghana around 9:10 in the evening, we got to Ghana around 12, and by the time we left the airport it was around 1. And so this is Schiphol, and so I couldn't film anything when we arrived in Ghana because I was so tired. And so that's it for this video, fam. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until I see you in my next video, stay safe and never give up. Love you all. Mwah. Bye, fam.